Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. In this video I would be going over this week plan where I would be breaking down everything related to all the pairs which we trade, and I would be sharing my insights. So yeah, let's just get back to the charts, but yeah, before that let's go and have a small look on the news coming up this week. So here you can see on Monday we got zero news, so it means that we don't trade Monday. No, that's not the case. But yes, if you have a solid plan on Monday, you can definitely take a trade, but you will not have the help of newses to get the volatility. So that's the thing which happens on Monday. So I would advise you to take only the setups where you are really confident in, or maybe you can just take half risk trades on Monday because there was no news, and you just have to be cautious with the trades because there might be lack of volume, especially on DXY and pairs like any XXUSD pair. Okay, now on Tuesday we got a very good start. For the entire week we have news. We got news on USD, we got news at AUD. So these times are different for everyone, so you can just check out on your own on Forex Factory with what time frame it is actually. Okay, then on Wednesday we got news on USD again, CAD, USD and JPY. Okay, on Thursday we again have a USD news, and Friday we again have a USD news. So it means after Monday it's a very good week to trade off. We don't have any big three events as well like we don't had last week. So yeah, it's a quite good month to trade. Okay, sorry, week to trade. So now let's go over charts and try to understand what the market is saying us. Okay, so I would go with DXY because that's the foundation of every other pair we trade. All right, so if you see on monthly, we just swept this previous week month's low, right? And now we are trading above it. Okay, that's the only thing I see. I don't see any other POIs here and anything like that. Okay, so overall we are in a bearish structure, but yeah, you have a nice sweep of this low here. Now nothing much than that. Let's go on weekly time frame. Here the things are a little confusing for me because see, for me it's not like always I have a plan every day, and that's what a trader do. Okay, you just have to trade the right plans when you get the confirmations. Here you can also see we have this swing high, we have this swing low, maybe here, and we are in this range. So now we are sitting at this weekly fair value gap, but it's not that bullish as you think it is. Okay, maybe we can get some more confirmation, but for this I want to see Monday to pass, and we'll see how the Mondays form, because you can do two things. You can either be looking for shorts from here to this low, which is mostly possible. So you can be looking for shorts till this low if we get this, and if we fail to do so, we can start looking for longs here. So for me, I don't have a perfect bias yet on DXY or any forex pairs like EUR or GBP, because I would rather wait for the confirmation. Okay, and if I wanted to long, I would be longing euro, and if I wanted to short, I would be shorting GBP. Okay, and here you can see we had a very nice candles on H4 basically. Okay, so I would love to see still that if DXY wants to run lower, we can continue going higher to these equal highs or the original consolidation over here. That would be my drawn liquidity in very basic term. Okay, that's where my highs are on. This could may change depending upon the news or depending upon the price action we will have on Monday. So keep an eye on it. If there is something that changes, I will update you in my Telegram or Twitter. Okay, now next thing is GBP. I would love to see the price maybe getting short, or maybe after taking out this low, which if you look at the weekly candle, I would simply say at least we are tanking off to if that is where you can take a good scalp trade if you wish. That I believe at least we are going off to this low, or maybe this week previous week low. So these two can be a nice target to trade off for the next week to take a short scalp trade. All right, so yeah, you may look for setup on H4 M15 maybe. So maybe if you get a reversal or something, you can be looking for shots from the above areas, okay, with the right confirmation. Now As I said, there is nothing much to say about euro and DXY. Let's lock in with the charts which are looking better. So let's start with USDJPY here. So I'm starting with weekly time frame. Pretty amazing. Okay, if you look here, we this is the key low and this is the key high. Okay, we are in this big range, so I will not even call it a range though. But yeah, now here if you just take a look, we had a very nice weekly fair value gap forming here, and look at this candle. It looks so reversal. So it is a nice reversal candle from here to go higher. Okay, so now pretty much good bias till this high for me. Okay, we can be looking for long still 149.185 at least for the next week. For that, if we just go on the daily time frame, we can also see this is a nice candle popping off, and I would love to see just continuation over here. Okay, now if you look at the H4 where the real trade forms in, okay, so it's USDJPY. You can be looking for longs either in the Asia or London session or tomorrow, or maybe on Monday, depends upon whenever you are watching. So you can be looking for longs on Asia or London session, up to you. So here if you see, we had a nice H4 fair value gap. So if it does hold, and that's the only interested POI I see forming here, if we can just hold it here and you get the nice confirmation on M15 maybe, you may start looking for longs for a good 1:2. First target would be this high, and you can keep looking for longs still. If we close above, this can be a first target if you are taking long from here. And if you manage to go higher, these are the nice liquidity that you see over here. As you can see, this is a nice strong liquidity above. Okay, so you can be targeting this high for the next week, and there is a nice call which can be made starting off the week on USDJPY. Now the next pair is our silver. Okay, sorry, gold. Here we can see, if you look at the highs, we have very much nice SMT with silver here. Okay, and now if you look at the candle, we took out very much first we sweep this low and then we made out to this high. Okay, and now we are, you can see, in a ranging environment on the weekly time frame, which is actually correct. So now we have to look for scalping opportunities on 4-hour daily time frame, which where we align every time frame together. Okay, so now here you can see we have this weekly nice rejection candle. So I would be looking to short at least till this candle's low. Okay, which is previous week candle for now, previous week candle's low. Okay, and if you look at this on H4, this is how it looks like. So if you just move on the H4, or just take a look here on daily, we have a nice change in state or delivery candle here on Monday. Okay, now if you look at the H4, that aligns with H4 fair value gap here. So if the price come back into this range and we got a nice confirmation on M15, I would be in the right time frame, of course, and the right kill zones, I would be looking for a short trade till this low. That would be my plan for the next week going on gold. And I would of course not enter trade just based on the plan. I would wait for the confirmation and everything else as well. Okay, now going on Bitcoin, I already talked about this on Twitter, but I would still talk about this. So here we have a very nice consolidation, or you can say just a range over here, which indeed we just swept out this. I was talking about this on Twitter, that every people was blindly longing in Bitcoin just because they were seeing sweeps and this and that, and I don't have any reason for that. So I didn't took any trade. That I just took one trade on Ethereum because it was very much bullish, and I made 3R. We can check that on Twitter. But yeah, here we had a nice fair value gap as well, where we are rejecting from, and we have a very nice, continuation. Now here you can see on the weekly time frame, if the candle closes like this that you're seeing right now, something like this, we can expect continuation to the upside, and we can be targeting this high at least, which is your $123,000. Okay, now for that you can just fucking wait for, you can just wait for this POI to form. So first thing you can do is also, if you are the trader who don't trade on weekends, you can simply wait for this to flip, and then you can take a long trade based on that, or maybe here, that's up to you. If it closes above this, you can start dealing into a long trade, and that would give you a 1:2 trade type thing. So yeah, that's a pretty nice setup to trade off. I mean, this is not a signal, by the way, so you can just be started looking for longs once you get a confirmation, or maybe you can look for longs from the H4 fair value gap. So that's something you can do on Bitcoin. Okay, now let's go over Nasdaq for a second. I see very nice continuation having on Nasdaq. We have been just running to all-time highs and all-time highs, so we don't have any clear drawn liquidity out higher. It is just, you know, price discovery right at this moment. So on daily, if we look here, we got nothing much, so you just have to wait for the price to give you something more before looking for longs. Or yeah, so that's something you would be looking for Nasdaq. So yeah, let's just wait for the price to do something more. And yeah, it's already overpriced, so you just have to wait for the perfect setups again. Now going on to the points which our members requested on Telegram. Okay, starting off with SPXUSDT. Okay, so I see nothing much here. If you start and look at the monthly time frame, we just have been expanding, and it's a very good sign. If we close it like this on monthly, we can still continue expect the market to either do a chop or just continue higher. So overall the trend is really bullish on this coin. Something I see on daily time frame is if you are a buyer from this zone, I mean from the 1.46, you are pretty much safe. Okay, the next buying zones are definitely which is not likely, but if we come to these areas, you might start scaling again. That would be a nice area, but this was the perfect zone to look for longs. Okay, but we escaped from there, and now we are at the highs, almost to near $2. All right, so yeah, you can still looking for longs. Maybe if you wish, you can be looking for longs back again once we get any type of, because it's too strong, right? So if you get any nice retracement, you can just simply start looking for longs. Now going on Rio. So Rio is still looking very bearish to me. I will be real, because of the fact it's a low cap coin. You just can't just trade it, you know. And also the thing with crypto is that it follows the other narrative, and it follows the total tree chart, it follows other pairs and everything like that. But if you simply ask me about technicals, on monthly I don't see it very much bullish. Okay, let me be very real with my analysis. I'm still giving you my opinion on this. Okay, so here you can see we have a sweep of this. So now it totally depends upon how we close this monthly candle over here. So if we close this monthly candle something like this, it's not a good sign for Rio to continue higher. Okay, so you just have to wait for and see what the market does. Okay, now on daily, if you look, what would be a bad confirmation for it to going lower is once we invalidate this daily order block which we are holding right now, which you can see on the screen. So if we fail to hold this order block, that would be a bad sign, and maybe we will see some lower prices, and I don't know about it, how lower, maybe 0.2 and maybe even 0.1. so that's much possible. So yeah, I just wish it to hold, which possibly it can, because see, the money is still not floating into low caps coin yet, so you can't be just expect it to be more bullish, right? So that's the thing on Rio. And yeah, it can definitely go higher if it does flip this again. Okay, so you just have to wait for the market to actually start trading above these area. But yeah, but for now it's not looking much bullish to me, and I do expect lower prices if this fair value gap fails to hold. Okay, yeah, and that's it for Rio. Okay, or you can also say, if not the fair value gap, if you are a support resistance trader, you can just say this support zone. Okay, so if we fail to hold this support zone, we might be looking for these liquidities areas, or maybe this and lower. That depends. Okay, so that is what Rio is all about. Now going into VANRY, I see nice candles on weekly time frame. I expect the market next week to come to this fair value gap if offered, and then continue higher from here. That would be the plan for VANRY. And I really see something cooking. I don't know much about the fundamentals of this coin, but yeah, if we come to this area, you can be looking for longs. I think we have some Fibonacci confirmations too. Let me just check. So yeah, that areas look perfectly fine to start scaling into longs. If you are a buyer, you can be looking for longs from these prices. Okay, and now going into CUSDT, It's looking really nice for longs. Okay, we took out the previous week lows. We had a nice candle close so far, and this is a nice support zone, right? So you, or maybe just say this one. Okay, and if you also check from here to here, okay, so yeah, that's where your 618 is. Okay, so that's a really nice area to be, price will continue higher. Now all you need to do is wait for setup. Maybe we will take out, you can be waiting for these liquidity to get swept. This is a nice order block, so maybe this is not again a signal. You have to wait for the market and see how it reacts. But yeah, you can be looking for something like this on C if you are interested. Okay, so yeah, I think that is all for today's video. Okay, I will be dropping a very good video on this weekend, on Sunday maybe. So that is all about education and all, so make sure you watch that too. And if you're still watching this video, make sure you hit the like button and do subscribe if you are not a subscriber, but I hope you already are. So yeah, till the time, sign off, goodbye, thank you so much guys, see you in the next video.